Welcome to the sixth segment of the Portable Ice Cold Shower Machine video series. Today, we're going to make it portable. We're going to add the wheels. And we're going to insulate the heat exchanger too. But basically, pick out the wheels, cut some plywood, then insulate while we wait for the wheels to be delivered. And then put the wheels on. Not too exciting, not rocket science. None of this is actually. First, what I did though is figure out about how much the water is going to weigh, and it looks like it's not that heavy. It's heavy, but it's not that heavy. So I looked on Amazon, and these wheels can hold 450 pounds. Count of three. I don't know why they say three instead of four, but whatever. That's plenty. Strong for what we need them for, and only $14. So I went ahead and ordered these wheels, and I'm waiting on those. They're not, even though I'm a Prime member, they didn't come right away. Anyway, first I cut the base about the same dimensions as the bottom of my refrigerator, and this is what we're going for here, just attaching a piece of plywood to the bottom. And what I did is I used a jig, a panel jig on my table saw to cut that. But really, you could just use a circular saw. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be roughly the same size. So once we got that cut, I had to countersink because my screws weren't long enough. I found these screws. I didn't have to go to the hardware store at least to find them, and they do fit in these. The places where the refrigerator feet go, and if I pushed that farther, it would touch it would go in there. So what I'm doing here is I cut a little piece of plastic and put a couple washers in there to make it about the same thickness as the foot that was originally on the refrigerator, because I didn't want it to be tipping forward. I wanted it to be level. This is the front of the refrigerator, as you can probably see there by the door. So then that catches the threads that were originally set up for the feet of the refrigerator. So that's that. So I did two of those, one on this side and one on the other side. And then on the back, they had a thing that rested on the floor, and I just drilled straight through there and stuck a bolt through there. Again, countersinking it, not because I wanted to hide the bolt, but because my bolts were too short. So in the meantime, while we wait for the wheels to come, I thought I would insulate the heat exchanger. I'm not sure that it would condense necessarily, depending upon. If you were in a hot bathroom, you might end up getting some condensation on this, and so I figured I'd do this. This is a very satisfying project because you just all you're using is a blade and you could get this done in pretty short order. Obviously, just speeding through the footage here because nobody wants to watch this kind of stuff. But it's very satisfying. It's kind of a fun little project to do. I happen to have that piece of half-inch foam already, so it made it very, very easy to get this done. And the tape I use to stick it together is the metal tape that I had. So get this all taped up. I left one seam on the bottom untaped on the back in case there was condensation inside there. I figured I'd let that run out, but I don't expect that there'll be any condensation. So anyway, that takes care of the insulated heat exchanger, and these will rotate. So this is the final project, and you can see the seam left on the back, so that it wouldn't build up water in there just in case. So next, we're on to the wheels. And to wrap up this segment, we'll add the wheels. These are just plain old casters that we showed earlier. They finally came. Actually, a couple of days early, but several days in the making, even though they're supposed to be prime. They got a nice little locking thing on it and everything. Pretty good. They're about half the price. Oh, no. Less than half the price of the same kind of thing at Home Depot. And they even give you a screwdriver. Screws are good for the 3/4 inch plywood. I'm going to pre-drill them. Not because I absolutely have to, but because I think it would just might save time. I don't want it to be. They are near the edge, so I didn't want them to split out. So I'm going to pre-drill them here. I didn't necessarily have to go all the way through, but I did. And notice I'm putting them far on the outside, because the holes are so big in the caster. And then they give you the screws and the washers. If you didn't have the washers, the screws go right through those big holes in the caster. This is not rocket science, obviously, but I shot it, so I figured I'd throw it in here. And I set the clutch on the drill and just tighten them all afterwards. And then I got all the other ones put in, so it's time to set it up on the wheels, see how it looks. So, nothing unexpected here. It's just a refrigerator on wheels. But now you can put it in the bathroom, move it to where you want it, and lock it down if you want to keep it from moving. But nothing plumbed into the bathroom, which is the whole point of this thing. Like I said, I've already got one plumbed into my house, and this one's just because I wanted to prove it. So here's what I did with the door. I pulled this seal off all the way around, and then I cut right along here with I think I just used a razor blade knife, and I got the door thing loose here, so I can just pick it up and put it in the peg, and I can put on the door and take off the door. So there you have it, part 6 complete. No reason anymore for me to not not fill it up and try it. But we are not going to do that today. We'll do that on the next segment. Hope you enjoyed it.